مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان. هل هلالك يا رمضان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان.
Oh my! Subhanallah, Ya Rab, truly you are amazing. Oh, Assalamu alaikum and welcome my explorer friends. I'm Ibn Haytham and this is my marvellous telescope. It's special because it goes back in time and can visit any place you can think of. I sit here night after night admiring Allah's creation. Oh, what's that sound? Come, let's take a look and see. Subhanallah! It's the home of great art. It's Italy! This country looks like a boot, doesn't it? Oh, Italy is the home of beautiful cathedrals, priceless art, tasty food, and famous places to visit. Let's go on a tour of Italy together and see what we can discover. The Colosseum is really famous in Italy. The huge oval arena stands in the city centre of Rome. The building of the Colosseum was started hundreds of years ago. The Roman designs were borrowed from the Greeks, and the arena was built at the bottom of a dried out lake. The Colosseum was a place where the Romans liked to play all their games. Do you know where pizza comes from? Well, definitely not from here. The famous Leaning Tower of Pisa is in fact the city cathedral's bell tower. The tower was built a long time ago, believe it or not, in the year 1173, but it was not planned carefully enough and built on soft ground, so the tower began leaning early on. Wow, imagine that! If you want to climb to the top of the tower, there are 294 steps to climb. Yikes! Certainly will get you into shape though, won't it? Thousands of tourists come to Venice every year to see the houses built on wooden piles along the many canals and waterways of the city. A gondola is a flat-bottomed rowing boat. There are about 500 wooden gondolas and many more water taxis ferrying people across the city. St. Mark's Square, with the famous St. Mark's Cathedral and the Campanile Bell Tower, are places people love to visit. 3 bridges cross over the 2.5-mile long Grand Canal, and of these, the Rialto Bridge is the most famous and also the oldest. The city's palaces and houses can be reached by boat or foot, as there are no cars driving in this city. The old ruins of Pompeii, near Naples in southern Italy, are visited by many people every year. The ancient town, which was once home to over 10,000 people, was destroyed hundreds of years ago in 79 AD by an eruption of the nearby volcano Mount Vesuvius, which is still active and rumbling away today. Subhanallah. The cathedral in Milan, northern Italy, is one of the most spectacular spectacular buildings in Italy. It took nearly 600 years to build. The Duomo di Milano, as the Italians call the cathedral, is one of the largest church buildings in the world. And in Italy, it is the second largest after St. Peter's Cathedral. Milan is also known as Italy's fashion and shopping capital and is home to one of Italy's most popular soccer clubs, AC Milan, which is one of the best football teams in the world. Depending on who you support, of course. St. Peter's Basilica is the most famous and biggest cathedral in the world. The place and the church are just amazing. The cathedral was planned and built, and it took 170 years to finish. The Sistine Chapel, next to the Basilica, is also famous for its painting of the first man on earth, Adam, and it was painted by the famous artist Michelangelo. Subhanallah, I would love to walk through these great places. Perhaps one day I will. Allah created the gorgeous world and everything in it. It's been said that it's impossible to see the whole world in our lifetime, but it doesn't mean we shouldn't try. I'm going to search for more and more of Allah's wonderful creations within this universe. So until next time, my explorer friends, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Welcome to Captain News. Have I got news for you? We have very good news for Crystal Clear and Kevin the Cave. For the past 2,000 years, Crystal Clear has been a prisoner of Kevin the Cave. Kevin has kept her trapped inside the cave ever since Crystal Clear entered on her expedition. At first, Crystal was intrigued by the talking cave and they became friends. Crystal was given food and Kevin used to take really good care of Crystal. But he was scared that one day perhaps she would leave and he would feel lonely again. So Kevin closed all the exits. 2,000 years later, however, Crystal helped Kevin realize that there are lots of other people in the world who would also want to be friends with Kevin, if only he was friendly and did not trap them. As a result, Kevin is now open to the public, and Crystal willingly visits Kevin once a week. She says that even Kevin seems more happy because he has got lots of new friends and is now getting a lot of visitors. The Daisy Dolls League are anything but dainty or even delicate. These dolls are amazing and an example to dolls all over the world that they too can be and can do anything that they want. For this reason, they set to work to build the most amazing dollhouse one has ever seen. But it wasn't the usual kind of dollhouse, with a beauty parlour, a swimming pool, and other girly things. This dollhouse had a DIY section, a small clinic, a research lab, and even a garage where motorbikes are kept. However, to their dismay, Tony, the T-Rex, had been eyeing the development of this new house and waited with bated breath to make his move. Just as he crept out from behind the sofa, a large meteoroid was seen near the ceiling. Tony had done his best to survive the last fallout from a huge meteoroid. He couldn't believe it was about to happen again. Lo and behold, the meteoroid wasn't actually from space. It was just a tennis ball that had bounced into the living room. Except Tony didn't realize this, so he threw himself off Seti the sofa, who caught him just in time and munched him up. Meanwhile, the Daisy Doll's house is near completion. In a recent incident at the local council, a table and a chair refused to be seated together, even though they were made for each other. Local council leader Mike the Microphone had this to say. It was terrible. Terry and Cherry would just not cooperate. They hated each other. And all because of a little misunderstanding about Tal the tablecloth preferring to be put on the chair rather than the table. Oh dear, this made Terry the tablecloth very angry indeed, which is why he refused to have anything to do with Cherry the chair. Can you imagine a table getting jealous over a chair with a tablecloth on it? Though to be fair, I would probably feel a little left out. Thank you for joining us on Captain News. Over to you, Muhammad Ali, back in the studio.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Gather around, my students, for today's lesson. Today, I'd like to discuss 3 things I disagree with my teacher. First, my teacher says that Shaitan would be punished in the fire of hell. However, since Shaitan is made of fire, how can he feel any pain in the fire of hell? How could fire ever hurt fire? Second, he says that we can't see God. How is this possible? Something that is present must also be seen. Finally, he says that we are all responsible for our actions. But since God is in control of man's destiny, why should man be punished for his actions? Is there anyone who can answer my 3 questions? Get him! Okay. I surrender. Now what? Take him to the Khalif. I seek justice.
Later at the palace.
Bahlul. What has he done this time? O noble and just Khalif, I have been wronged. This man threw a clod of mud at me. Why in Allah's name did you hurt this man, O Bahlul? Hey, I was only answering his questions. Bahlul, how can you answer someone's questions by hurting them? Huh? Hurt? Pain? I don't see any hurt or pain. Can you please show me your pain, dear sir? I did not know pain could be seen. What? Are you insane? Pain is only felt, it can't be seen, you fool. Exactly. The same way that God exists, even though he can't be seen. Furthermore, since a clod of mud can inflict pain on you, even though you too were created from mud, then why can't Shaitan, who is made of fire, be punished by the fire of hell? And finally, why are you troubling the Khalif by bringing my case to him? You might as well bring God to trial, since he is responsible for my actions. Now, if you would excuse me, I need to go look for my horse.
This is probably the most famous story of Bahlul. His intellect, presence of mind, and razor-sharp wit are all amazingly portrayed in the classic story. The questions in this story are very interesting. After all, how can the fire of hell hurt the fire of Satan? Secondly, if God exists, why can't we see him? Finally, can we do whatever we want? Or have our lives already been decided for us? These are the sort of questions people asked themselves many, many years ago. Philosophers still struggle to clearly explain these complicated ideas in a way that is easy to understand. But Bahlul, with one swift move, smashes the three arguments and answers the questions raised.
Assalamu alaikum, Rasta. Rasta,
What?
you're looking kind of sad today.
Yeah, man, me not feeling well.
Why aren't you feeling well?
Me been fasting.
Everyone's been fasting. It's Ramadan.
Man, no, but it's my first year, man.
Oh, it's your first year. How's it going?
Can't you see me?
I can
Me
see you.
ill. Me can't. I don't know, you know, me been praying for a long, long time and nothing's going right at all. Nothing.
What have you been praying for?
I can't tell you.
Oh, yeah, I'm
If
sorry.
I tell you it don't work, man. What?
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, Rasta. Okay, so you've been praying for a long time
Yeah, man.
and it hasn't come true.
No, nothing's working. I don't know what to do. Mr. Raza, what do you suggest?
Well, Rasta, I think I've got a story for you. Do you want to hear?
Tell me listening.
Do you guys want to hear at home?
Of course I want to hear.
Of
Tell
course.
me now.
Okay, I'll tell you. Do you know, okay, I'm going to tell you about a man. I don't know if you know him. He's called Imam Ali.
Yes, me
Do
heard
you know him?
him.
Can we have a salawat? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Well, basically, one day, right, now Imam Ali, he loved to farm. Yeah? He used to
Farm?
farm.
Like where the plants are grow and the pumpkins and them grow.
Exactly. He used to grow fruits.
Alright.
I don't know if he grew pumpkins though. I don't think he grew pumpkins.
I like pumpkin soup.
You like pumpkins?
Yeah, I like pumpkin.
Well, for iftar, you can have pumpkin soup today.
You got pumpkin?
No, I haven't got pumpkin.
Alright.
Okay, but basically, he loved to farm and he would grow trees and plants. And one day, outside of a city called Medina, he bought a piece of land.
Oh,
And
alright.
this piece of land, do you know what he wanted? He wanted to see if he could get water out of the land.
Okay. Alright. I understand. I'm feeling.
You know, when you dig and you go deep and deep and deep in the land, water comes out.
Yeah. I'm following you.
Following me?
I'm
Okay.
following you.
So on the first day, Imam Ali started digging with his hands. He started digging and digging and digging. And guess what?
What?
Do you know how much water came out?
5 liters.
No.
10 liters.
No.
25 liters.
No water came out.
What?
No water.
Then why dig for?
Why dig exactly? But Imam Ali didn't stop there. He went home and he came back the second day. But this time he had a pickaxe. Do you know what a pickaxe is?
Yeah, I mean, no.
No, okay, a pickaxe is like a long stick which helps you dig. And he started hitting the ground with the pickaxe. And he kept hitting and hitting and hitting. Now, with a pickaxe, and after 2 days of digging, can you guess how much water came out?
2 liters.
No.
3 liters.
Okay, one last guess. It's lower than 3 liters.
2.9 liters.
No water came out.
Why digging for? What's
Well,
the purpose now?
exactly. Well, Rasta, it's like you. You keep asking and asking Allah. You keep asking in your prayers, and Allah doesn't reward you yet. Are you ready for the final bit of the story?
Go on, you're ready.
Now,
you're ready.
Imam Ali had digged so much that he had to get out of the hole that he was in.
No way.
He wiped off all the sweat that he had, and then he went home. Then he came back for the third day, And he digged and digged and digged. He just wouldn't stop. And guess what?
What?
Can you guess now? How much water came out?
No water came out.
No, Rasta. You got it wrong this time. Loads of water
What?
came out.
Where the water?
There was loads and loads and loads of water coming out.
Hold on. Let me think. Let me think about this.
Okay,
Day 1,
right.
no water.
No water.
Day 2,
Yeah.
no water.
No water.
Day 3, lots of water.
Lots of water.
Did it rain?
No.
Did somebody drop a fruit shoot in a bottle?
No.
Then where the water come from?
The water came from the ground. Imam Ali, he knew that there was water under the ground.
But surely if you spend day 1, day 2, no water, stop digging. It's common sense, no?
Well, you might stop digging, but not Imam Ali. He knew there was water, right? But he had to put the effort in to get it out.
So you're telling me
Yeah.
that I must put in the effort in my prayers, or I must be patient because it may all work out.
Exactly. So,
But I ain't got time.
yeah. What do you mean you haven't got time?
It's that I need it right now, this weekend, you know?
Well, if Allah thinks you need it right now, Allah will give it to you. Otherwise, you have to believe in the long-term plan.
Please. All right, you know, Mr. Raza, you're a clever man, you know?
Okay.
I trust you.
Okay.
I'm gonna believe you.
Right.
This time. Only this time.
Okay.
All right? And I'm gonna pray, as always. And then I'm gonna wait and see what happens.
Exactly. Rasta, you hit the nail on the head.
No,
Yeah.
me hit the pickaxe on the head.
Oh, so you
Ah,
remember what a
you
pickaxe
you
is?
like that one?
I like that one. Can I
that
have a
one.
high five?
Give me that vibe.
Oh, there's something wrong with your hand today.
Oh, yeah, you know, you're praying too much, my hands.
You've been praying too
They're
much.
fasting too much, my hand a bit weak, you know?
Have you been digging
know?
as well?
Something like that, me digging, yeah, me something like that.
Well, exactly. Well, do you want to hear the rest of the story?
There's more.
Because it doesn't just stop there.
All right, tell me, I'm listening.
Well, Imam Ali, he was a very generous man.
Yeah,
Do you know?
you tell me, so I believe you.
Okay. Well, he was so generous that when the water came out, what would you do with all of this water?
I would sell it all.
Sell it all
Me would distribute it all in the village, you know?
for free?
Something like that.
Don't lie to me, Rasta.
Half price?
No, well, it's fine. If you think that you want to sell it, you can sell it. But not Imam Ali.
No.
He asked all the people in the city, they came up to him and they were like, whoa, you're really good. You're a really good digger. Look how much water you got. Allah really loves you. But you know what he did? He asked for a pen and paper.
What?
Why would you ask for a pen and paper, Rasta?
Maybe I want to go Asda.
Asda? Well, why would we ask him for a pen and paper?
Well, when I go Asda, I write the shopping list down.
You write a shopping list down.
Don't you?
I keep my shopping list in my head.
But like I said, you are a clever man, Mr. Raza. You know, you can remember these things.
You ever look under your hat? There must be a shopping list under there somewhere. You can fit somewhere. Wait, no.
What you trying to say?
I'm not trying to say anything.
What you trying to say?
I'm just saying you got a big brain.
Yeah. All right. Me clever as well. Me clever.
Well, Rafiq, he asked for a pen and paper and he wrote down who the water would go to.
Oh.
It would go to the orphans. It would go to the poor. It would go to the travelers. As in, it would go to all the people that needed it the most.
That's quite kind of him.
It is. Imam Ali was a very, very kind and generous man. So you can see that Imam Ali spent all of that time, 3 full days digging, and when he finally got his reward from Allah, he gave it to the people that needed it the most. How does
So-
that make you feel, Rafiq?
I mean, it makes me think that maybe I should be patient and maybe I should just leave it to God. And when I receive what I am asking for, I can distribute it as well.
Exactly, whatever it is. Are you not going to tell me what it is?
No.
No?
No way.
Okay, well, can I tell you a story? A personal story?
Yeah, I'm listening.
One day, I wanted a phone. And
A phone?
A phone, exactly.
What phone you like?
It was a Monster 2000.
Monster. I got a Monster 3000.
Do you know Pip?
Oh, I know Pip. The troublesome child. I know him.
He told me to buy it.
No!
Exactly.
You listen to Pip buy a phone?
I listened to Pip to buy a phone.
Oh, Pip, of all people to buy. Oh my.
And I prayed so much. I used to pray to Allah every day. Allah, give me a Monster 2000, give me a Monster 2000. And guess what? I never got a Monster 2000.
So then what do you do?
But the week after, do you know what my dad got me? Got me a Monster 3000.
Oh my God, your dad knows how to what phone to buy. Your dad's clever, man.
Exactly.
Pip is a child.
But you know who got me it, really? Allah got me it. Allah saved the best till last. He rewarded me because He has better plans for you.
All right.
Sometimes your prayers aren't answered, but it's because Allah has better plans for you in the future.
Oh, that makes sense. I guess, I mean, yeah, you're right. You're right. What we're going to do is I'm going to pray,
Yeah,
wait,
yeah,
pray some more,
yeah,
wait a bit more,
yeah,
and see what happens.
exactly,
Because at the end of the day, God has something better for me.
exactly. And you can learn via the story of Imam Ali.
That story made me feel good, you know, and I like the fact that you taught me something and you brought in Imam Ali into it, seeing that, you know, it's a shahadat quite soon. So I think I learned quite a bit from the story, Mr. Raza.
That is right, Rafiq. You mentioned that shahada.
Yeah.
What is that? Tell the children at home what that means.
I could tell them, but I think you're more qualified to tell them. You know, it's my first year and they're not too comfortable with it.
Okay, you want me to tell?
Just to confirm.
Okay.
I know it, but
You
I
know.
want you to confirm it. I'm testing you.
Oh, you're testing me?
Yeah, man.
That's fine. Okay,
Yeah, man.
I'm on the spot. You can tell me if I'm right or wrong.
All right.
Well, Imam Ali, he was a very, very generous man. He used to always give and give, like in the story, and he always used to pray to Allah.
Yeah.
But in this month of Ramadan, he was actually killed
Yeah.
by somebody.
Me just, it's not nice, you know.
It's
Just-
not nice.
Just thinking that, why? If he was so good, why they want to kill him? Why?
Well, there are bad people out there with bad thoughts and bad intentions. And sometimes they end up doing bad things. Now, Imam Ali was the most generous man
That's
alive
right.
at the time.
Then, if Imam Ali was the most generous man, which he was,
Yeah.
then why do people hate him?
Well, people have bad thoughts. People have different mindsets to you and I, Rafiq.
I don't like them people, you know.
Hmm?
I don't really like them people, you know.
You don't like them?
No.
Well, can I tell you something? The man who killed Imam Ali, he struck a sword on the head of Imam Ali.
Oh.
And the sword had poison in it.
No.
Now, if somebody did that to you, and I hope nobody does that to you, Rafiq, but what would you do to the man who did it?
I wouldn't be very happy, that's for sure.
You wouldn't
I'd be angry, you know. I think I'd fight back.
You'd fight back.
Yeah.
But you want to hear what Imam Ali did?
Go and tell me.
Imam Ali said, if I survive, if I don't die, I forgive this man.
What?
Exactly.
No.
But if I die, if this poison kills me, only do to the killer what he did to me. So, the killer only hit Imam Ali's head with one strike. So, they could only hit the killer's head with how many strikes?
One strike.
How many would you hit him with?
25.
25.
Minimum 25.
Minimum 25.
Guarantee 100% me hit with at least 25.
Well, what does that tell you about Imam Ali?
It tells me that he was a very, very generous, kind and loving man.
Exactly. And that he was. So, it's especially important to remember him around this time
That's
and
right,
remember
that's
what
right.
he said, what he did, and what he did for Islam.
Mr. Raza, you know, I had my reservations about you, you know. I mean,
Okay.
it's the first time he come in with you,
Okay.
you know. But I kind of think I like you, you know,
Well, you know what, Rafiq? I think I like you too.
more than Pip.
Let's think about that one.
More than Pip.
Let's think about that one. Okay,
More
okay.
than Pip.
Okay, 1% more than Pip.
All right, me take that 1%. Me take that.
Okay, well, you should take it because that's all we have time for today.
All right.
Well, thank you, Rafiq, for listening to me.
Thank you, Mr. Raza, for teaching me today.
And no worries, and bye to the children. Ma salam.
Salam.
التزم طوبى للناس بتقواها.
Assalamu alaikum dear children, and welcome to your daily fruit news, all about fantastic fruits from around the world. Today, I am going to introduce you to a fruit that is well known for all its goodness, beautiful shape and colour. People have been eating this fruit for hundreds of years, and it's called the kiwi fruit. Today we will look at where kiwi fruits come from and why they are good for us. Now that we know what's coming up in today's fruit news, we can meet our guest, the kiwi fruit, and he will tell us a few things about himself. Assalamu alaikum, Kashif.
Walaikum assalam, Basim Banana.
Well, Kashif, I am so happy that you are here today, and the children watching at home are as well. Can you tell us, where do you come from?
Sure I can. Kiwi fruits were first grown in China, but my seeds have been planted all over the world, which is why you can find me everywhere.
And what's so special about kiwi fruits? Why should we eat them?
I'll tell you why. So, kiwi fruits are jam-packed with minerals and vitamins, with a lot of vitamin C, iron, magnesium and zinc, which will make your skin shiny and glow.
This is great stuff. What else are you good for?
I'm glad you asked, because I can help get rid of an annoying runny nose, help with the digestion of your food, and I can reduce the amount of fat there is in your blood.
Kashif, you are a superstar. Thank you so much for sharing all this information with me and the children at home.
Why, thank you for having me on the show. It's been great fun.
I've had loads of fun too, but for now, we will leave it with you. Okay, so that's about it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Do join us next time as we learn more about fantastic fruits. Can't wait. Masalama.
Let's learn Quran. Surah Al-Masad.
باسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. وامرأته حمالة الحطب. وامرأته حمالة الحطب. في جيدها حبل من مسد. في جيدها حبل من مسد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. تبت يدا أبي لهب وتب. ما أغنى عنه ماله وما كسب. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب وامرأته حمالة الحطب في جيدها حبل من مسد. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
طوبى للنفس بتقواها.
Assalamu alaikum dear children and welcome to Super Sheikhs. I'm Big Sheikh Hassan.
And I'm Little Sheikh Hussein.
Thank you for sending this brilliant question.
Dear Super Sheikhs, I'm tired of this. Why do my parents fight a lot?
I'm sorry that your parents fight with each other. Little Sheikh Hassan, do you want to answer this question?
I don't know.
You don't know how to answer it. You see, sometimes people have feelings that they bottle up inside them rather than talking to someone. They bottle it inside and then someday they just explode.
In school, that's why we have place to be.
Place to be?
Yeah.
Can you explain what that is?
It's a place where there's a kind teacher that you talk to her about your feelings. You're allowed to bring 1 to 4 children.
So it's a place where you can talk to someone, right?
Yeah, and there's Play-Doh and toys, so it can calm you down.
So it's like a relief place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what your parents need to do is they need to talk to each other. So they can, instead of fighting with each other, they need to talk to each other, let out their anger, but not in shouting or anything, but just talking to each other, right?
Yep.
And if you talk to someone about your feelings, maybe they can help you as well.
Yeah.
So if you have something that you want to say to someone, then you need to talk to them.
Yep. Yep.
He tells me all his problems in school and I try to help him.
Yep.
And even when I annoy him sometimes, he tells me you're being annoying, right? And if I'm being annoying and he asks me to stop, then I need to stop.
Yep.
Because that's what we need to do. If someone asks us for something, as long as they are not being rude or anything, then they need to stop.
Yep.
So what your parents need to do is talk to each other and try to tell them. For example, tell your mummy, "Mummy, can you talk to daddy rather than shout at each other? Can you talk to him? Just let her know that you care about both of them, right?"
Yeah.
You as a child, you are not allowed to pick and choose on which side you can be, right? So it's not nice to say, "Oh, I love daddy more," or "Oh, I love mummy more," because they're both your parents.
Yeah.
So what you need to do is sit in the middle and say, "Mummy, daddy, talk to each other, please." Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what did we talk about?
We talked about that we shouldn't bottle up our feelings inside.
And that we need to?
Be calm.
Yeah. An idea that your parents could do maybe is like have a corner, just like in school where they have, what do they call it?
Time out?
No, not the timeout, where you said they can talk to the person or have play and Play-Doh.
Oh, that's a different place. It's in a separate room. You have to first do an appointment first.
Yeah. So what your parents could do, maybe have a corner in the house or a little room where you can talk to each other in a safe environment, basically.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sending your question. If you have any other questions, do send it in. And مع السلامة.
طوبى للنفس بتقواها.
Hello and assalamu alaikum. Look, me and the Teddy family won a trophy. We done a relay race and we won! Yay! Yay! Teamwork is so important. Hey, maybe next time you guys can be on our team. Speaking of teamwork, today's bedtime story is all about that. Bear and the Turtle, written by Andrew Fosek Peters. Bear was in a bad mood. As he wandered through the snowy woods, his grumbling sounded like distant thunder, scaring all the other animals into hiding. He was not a happy bear at all. Bear did not know that it was best to take a long nap during the wild winds of winter. I hate this snow, he moaned as he froze. It's now so cold, it hurts my toes. Bear was brilliant at complaining. He came to the edge of a large frozen lake. It was a huge glittering plate of ice. Blinded by the reflection, Bear tripped over something small and green and fell flat on his face in the freezing snow. Oh, my toes! Bear howled furious, looking to see what tripped him. He saw a small green turtle. What are you doing in my way, slow coach on legs? Who are you calling slow? Replied Turtle in a long, drawn-out drawl. Well, I don't see anyone else here, mister. 0 to 60 in 5 years, said Bear very rudely. How dare you insult a turtle? We may look slow, but we can move surprisingly fast. Turtle sniffed, getting quite upset. Move fast? I could beat you in any race, hands down. Easy peasy, pudding and pie, yawned Bear. This was too much for Turtle. Thoughts and ideas raced round his head. Quick as quick, he announced, Okay then, Mr. Speedy. Let's have a race to see who really is the fastest of them all. Mighty fine by me, said Bear. It'll be a walkover. You might as well give up now. Oh, slithery sloth. But anywho, where shall we race? Why, beamed Turtle, along the lake, of course. But how? Asked Bear, whose brain was as small as his body was big. The lake is frozen solid. Well, now, the Turtle said, scratching his head as if he were thinking. You can run along the bank, and I will swim along the edge, and I will make holes in the ice and pop my head up out of every one until we both reach the end. Turtle drew a plan in the snow. And we shall meet again at sunrise tomorrow to see who is the fastest, Bear or Turtle. Wonderful, answered Bear. Yet another chance to prove that I am the quickest, slickest, fly-by-fur in town. And Bear ambled off, smiling to himself. Now, do you think that Turtle was worried? For how can a tiny turtle take on a big, bold bear? It's impossible. Surely it cannot be done. The very next day, the sun rose and painted the sky like a chieftain's headdress. Bear arrived bright and early and did 50 star jumps and 100 press-ups by the side of the lake. That was just for starters. Are you ready, Turtle? He hollered. He peered over the lake and noticed a neat row of holes punched in the ice in a straight line, heading across the lake. Turtle suddenly popped his head out of the first hole. Good morning, Bear. I'm as ready as only a clever turtle can be. Bear had no idea what Turtle meant, but now it was time to get serious. He knelt down at the starting point. On your marks, get set, go! Bear was off like lightning. Each step shook the trees as he thundered past. Why even Great Eagle would be jealous of his turn of speed. Turtle's head vanished from the first hole. But before Bear could even blink his eye, Turtle's head popped up out of the second hole. "Luck," growled Bear, and he charged on, challenging even the wind as he whistled through the woods. But before Bear could take another breath, Turtle's head popped out of the third hole. "A fluke," howled Bear, who was barely ahead by now. His legs went into overdrive, leaping like lions through a desert of snow. But before he could even work out how or understand why, Turtle's head popped out of the fourth hole. Turtle's head was now ahead. Bear sagged. Bear slowed. His breath struggled out in little steaming puffs as he floundered and blundered towards the finish. Quick as the click of a finger, Turtle's head popped up out of hole number 5, 6, 7, 8, and finally, hole number 9. Turtle's head bowed slowly as he waited for Bear. "The race, I think, is mine." Bedraggled Bear dragged his bulk to the finish line. He lay sobbing in a heavy heap, beating his chest and wailing, "I failed." Slowly, quietly, he got to his paws and walked away without another word. As soon as Bear was out of sight, Turtle tapped the ice with his claw. Immediately, 8 other turtles popped their heads up through the holes in the ice. They were Turtle's brother and sisters, who were all looked alike. Together, they all cheered. Once bold, now beaten, Bear slunk away. He was so tired, he crept into a cave and slept the rest of the cold season through, as he does every winter to this day. Well done to the turtle family. It simply goes to show that our brains are really the quickest, though our bodies might be slow. Wow, subhanallah, turtles are slow, but they still won, all because of teamwork. Isn't that right, Teddy family? Oh, I think they're sleeping. It might be my bedtime too. Until next time, bye.
مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، هل هلالك يا رمضان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان، مرحى يا شهر الإيمان.